right? Hopefully somebody's watching this later. Like, oh my god, it's pretty badass. Anyway, the beach house. So rising above obstacles with confidence. We all have to learn how to do this. I always think about Jack Ma. So I started a startup, and I'm still working on the startup. And Jack Ma is an amazing experience because he failed two businesses before he started Alibaba. And I think he was 35 when he started Alibaba. So imagine that you fail two businesses and somehow you convince people to invest in a third business of yours and you end up succeeding. After 3 years of making zero money, zero for 3 years, you're on your third business in like 8 years and you're making no money and you somehow become the biggest thing in fucking China in like decades and a historical figure in my mind. Basically, Asia. I always talk about this once in a while because cryptocurrency, it's Sunday, fun day by the way, but cryptocurrency has very similar vibes in the sense that in the crypto space, you're gonna lose money. It's gonna be a short one today, by the way. Like lose money in the sense that like you're gonna lose money in that we all kind of like you feel worse dollars than you do about winning $1,000. I say this with personal experience. I can say this because it is what it is. Nobody can kidnap me. No, I don't have millions in crypto yet. So we invested like $5,000 in Shiba Inu, I believe, and at one point it went up to $30,000, and it went down to $12,000, and I ended up cashing it all out of $12,000, and I felt horrible. In a better position at the time. I know multimillionaires in crypto made millions off of sometimes $3,000, $4,000 investments, 20, 30 million dollars. And they have one investment, for example. One of the guys told me Ethereum, they could have cashed out at the height when it was like about $4,000. They were saying this like a few months ago when Ethereum was like at $1,300. They could have cashed out Ethereum like at 4,000, whatever the all-time high was before in 2020, 2021. But they didn't stable. Stable means when you basically take your earnings and you turn them to a stable token, which all of you, if you watch my channel, should learn how to do. Like I'm gonna go live one day with like a few people and I'm gonna basically ask them, give them links to like this video. I'm gonna be like, listen, ask me any questions you want. But remember, stable, I'm crossing the road by the way, I'm the liquor store, it's Sunday football. But stabling in cryptocurrency means this. If you invest $2,000 into, for example, Bitcoin, and it goes up to like $100,000 and you're now $200,000, before it goes back down, you convert that money to stable tokens 1-to-1 for the US dollar. But hey, what's up, Emmanuel? So remember to stable. But anyway, these guys that I know, they forgot to stable and they're, I don't know, there was like $2 million in Ethereum, went down to like $1 million, and it went down to $500,000, and they were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just ride this shit out. And they wrote it down to a very low amount. For them, they still made a lot of money in other projects, but in the short term, they felt that that was a failure because, again, you feel worse. If you invest $100 into a project, you make $5,000, right? You take out $4,000, then the money you leave in goes into the negative. You feel worse about losing that money than you did making that money. And that's why I want to talk about Sunday, fun day, reset. We've all been there. Especially this, I saw a meme today that had the Mona Lisa. On the left-hand side, it showed the Mona Lisa like beautiful, normal face. And the 2025 is my year, it's a bull run year. And on the right-hand side, it was like Mona Lisa with like bags under her eyes. I'm black, so I had to put like some black mark on my face to make it look funny. But it said basically Mona Lisa, tired, September 2025. It hasn't been a great year in the sense that like every bull run year is the same. People forget. People think that like, oh yeah, cryptocurrency's been around forever. There's this 4-year cycle. There isn't a fucking 4-year cycle. Get that out of your fucking mind. All right. 2013, I think, was the first post bull run year. That really wasn't. It wasn't eventful because it was the first one. Then 2017 was the second one. My brother was in that one. I was still, cryptocurrency is a scam. In 2017, what happened was the whole first part of the year, the Federal Reserve actually raised interest rates. And in the second half, they cut interest rates. So you only really made money in the second half of that year. Fast forward to 2020, 2021. 2020, Solana went fucking nuts. 2021, it went crazy. And because of the federal interest rate cuts were crazy and the free money in 2020, it was manipulated, right? So forget the fucking 4-year cycle, because that one was not real, because the interest rates were down to zero because of what? COVID. So in reality, we're mimicking what is a natural progression of things, which was what, 2017. The first half of the year is fucked up. The second half of the year, we're gonna make this money. Not financial advice, do your own research. But that being said, and if people leave, come in, it is what it is. Oh, hey, Murder Drones fan. What's up, brother or sister? So, you are going, in life, business, anything you do, you're going to lose money and make money. A lot of people, for example, people that I know in real estate, I know people from all different industries. Hey, everybody. Ebonics, I don't really speak Ebonics. I speak normal American English, in my mind, I think. School, I can't tell you about that. Uncle Incel, looking like Rampage Jackson. I actually do look like Rampage Jackson. That's actually kind of funny. But going back to what I was saying before, in business, a lot of people that are in business understand this. You might get somebody that does, let's say they flip houses, right? They flip like 3 houses, they lose money. They flip the fourth to fifth house, they make money. They go back to that, and it is what it is. I have a friend, I can't say his name. He works for a really, really good startup in Manhattan, and his bosses, hopefully none of you motherfuckers find out who it is and put it in the group chat. I pray you guys don't do that. They were like the employee number 203 and 205 to Google. So they were serial entrepreneurs, which basically means, like I said yesterday, they open lots of startups. That's what they do. They get off on that. They get off on opening startups. You know, some of them fail, some of them make money. So these guys, they opened one startup, made tons of money, millions of dollars. After the money that they made at Google, right? They were like, let's leave Google and let's do our own startup thing. So they made millions of dollars in their first startup. Cashed out. All right, we can't just fucking retire. What's up, Daryl Jones? We can't retire, all right? So we'll talk about Bitcoin later. We can't retire. So they were like, okay, let's start a second startup. Their second startup, they failed it. They lost tons of money, millions of dollars in the hole. So did they just go be like, I'm gonna go kill myself or hang myself and leave a manifesto about how my life sucks? No. They were like, fuck this shit. We learned from the second startup that we lost money on, so we're gonna start a third startup. Now the third startup is doing very well, so well that they hired my friend, who's a really, really great content creator, who's a former writer for Bitcoin Magazine. Again, I pray you motherfuckers don't Google this motherfucker up. But I think you can anyway, but you never know with social media and AI nowadays. Oh yeah, Steve Bannon, that's what's up. But we have to understand that Sunday is fun day, it's family day. I'm living with the guys at the beach house right now. One of the guys is from Atlanta, I call it. It's really Atlanta, Georgia. He was like, Mike, we have 3 things on Sunday. 1, first God. 2, football. 3, family. Sunday reset. I named this channel, this episode Sunday reset, because I want you all to think about Sunday reset. We've had a crazy year leading up to this year, right? We've had ups and downs. We had tariff wars. We had, almost the Russia-Ukraine war ending. Now it's September. And the first 2 weeks, I warned you guys, the first 2 weeks of this month are going to be what? They're going to be very, very, very slow. On the 15th, 16th, we'll start to see things go a little more up and down. Humans created all languages. Cbano, that is correct. And pretty soon, robots will enhance the languages. AI. I'm just fucking with you. I don't know if that's true. Hey, I could be AI for all you guys know. How am I so good at public speaking? You guys know I gave a TED Talk once? You guys should actually, I'm not going to put them in the description, but you guys should go back to this channel when it started. One of my first videos ever was actually me giving a TED Talk about artificial intelligence, healthcare, and how one day you will walk into a hospital and everything will be taken care of for you. No more forms, and you will be good to go. State by state level in the United States. That's neither here or there. But that company, good segue, I almost failed and I actually had to step back from that company, that startup, and basically reassess how I'm gonna fucking redo this. And I had to start working on the crypto side of things and create this channel, among other things, and decide, you know what, I'm going to make money first, and I'm gonna go back to that startup, and I'm gonna be very successful at it. But I don't know where you guys live. I don't know where you are. However, if you're in the US, enjoy football with your family. If you're Jewish, I guess yesterday was your day. Enjoy the Sabbath next week. But this Sunday, I want all of us to breathe, relax, and understand. Everything is in God's plan. Everything is in God's time. And you can't rush things. If you try to rush things, you're going to fail fast. And even failing fast is good. But in the context of this video, I want everybody to understand that, like, we have to reset every Sunday. Even if you work on Sundays. I work most Sundays. The Sunday didn't work. But when you reset on Sundays, you have to understand that, like, things are going to get better if you're in crypto space. This is a crypto channel. I know you guys are on different things, but this is a crypto channel specifically. All businesses are great. But we're entering into the fourth quarter. Things are going to get bonkers. Bananas, crazy, insane. And I want you all to enjoy the ride with me. And once in a while, sit back, relax. And I had to do this morning because I was like, I'm going to work today. And the guys were like, no, you're not. We ended up making tacos, which I don't even eat meat. I'm mostly like 90% vegetarian, but they made meat today, tacos. I was like, I'm not going to say no to that. We're going to relax today. Relax then. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to get back at it. And we're going to make this fucking money. And I don't see anybody. Say hi to everybody. Emmanuel, Murder Jones, John, Daniel Jones, C. Bano, Uncle Incel. It's kind of funny. And that's about it for now. And don't worry, once in a while I'll have like the in the studio videos. I used to have, again, if you look back in my, not description, but just look at my channel, we have studios, we have all kinds of cool shit. But I like walking and talking because I found out that that's like my thing. Everybody has their own thing, right? The Coin Bureau bros, they like sitting there, Nick with his fucking little blanket, talking shit, a guy just trolling, reading off a prompter. The two brothers, I forgot the name of the channel, but they like to do their thing, but this is my style. That being said, upwards and onwards. Oh yeah, Altcoin Daily. Hey man, the Altcoin Daily bros, they like to like interview people, like not like this, but like they like to be in the little computer in the little freaking room, the little closet, interviewing people. And hey, you do you, I do me. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'm going to be going live more and more frequently and longer. And trust me, when crypto starts to fucking boom, I love Philadelphia. When crypto starts to fucking boom, I'm going to be in the studio because I got to be looking at a computer. I got to share a screen with you motherfuckers and show you motherfuckers what I'm looking at. Because I ain't going to front, but for those who've been following me for a long time, I am fucking good at what I do and my calls and picks and when to rotate. With that being said, upwards and onwards.